If Jim Rohn were standing in front of you right now, what do you think he'd say about the way you handle money? Chances are his first words might surprise you because they'd have very little to do with budgets, investments, or even financial plans. They'd have everything to do with mindset. But here's the twist. Jim always insisted money problems aren't really money problems at all. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed that some people effortlessly attract wealth, while others seem trapped, barely scraping by, no matter how hard they work? According to Jim Rohn, the difference isn't luck or intelligence, it's something deeper. And in a minute, I'll tell you exactly what it is. But first, let's address a hard truth that might sting a bit. Jim would say, your income rarely exceeds your level of personal development. In other words, to earn more, you must become more. So how exactly do you become more? Keep watching, because the answer could be life-changing. You see, Jim Rohn famously said, if someone hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly so you get to keep the money. Think about it. Why do most lottery winners end up broke within 5 years? It's because their mindset never caught up to their wealth. And right now, your mindset could be quietly sabotaging your own financial potential. But how exactly does your mindset shape your financial reality? Jim had a brilliant analogy for this. He often described money as an ocean, vast, abundant, and infinite. If you approach this ocean with just a teaspoon, you'll always walk away disappointed, convinced the ocean is small and scarce. But if you approach it with a bucket, or better yet, build a pipeline, you tap into endless abundance. So how do you build your own financial pipeline? The first step, Jim insisted, was taking full responsibility. Most people spend their lives blaming circumstances, taxes, the government, their boss, or even bad luck. But as Jim always emphasized, wealth begins the moment you say, I'm responsible. Now let me ask you, have you truly accepted full responsibility for your financial life? Or are you still secretly pointing fingers? Because here's another brutal truth Jim would deliver today. If you're waiting for circumstances to improve before you take action, you'll never move forward. There's always going to be some obstacle, some crisis, or some distraction. Successful people, the wealthy, act despite those challenges. They choose action over excuses every single day. But what kind of action should you take? Jim believes strongly in the power of investing, not just money but time, in learning and personal growth. Formal education, Jim often said, will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Ask yourself honestly, how much time do you invest in self-education compared to entertainment or distractions? If you're not sure, stay tuned, because I'm about to show you how just a small shift in your daily habits can create massive results. This brings us to another profound insight. Jim taught that money isn't pursued. It's attracted by the person you become. Wealthy people don't chase money. They become magnets for it by consistently upgrading their skills, their knowledge, and their mindset. So what skills should you upgrade right now to attract more money into your life? According to Jim, the most valuable skill of all is learning how to provide value to others. He famously explained, you don't get paid for the hour, you get paid for the value you bring to the hour. If you're currently earning less than you desire, the reason is simple. You're not providing enough value yet. But don't worry, in just a moment, I'll tell you exactly how you can dramatically increase your value, and therefore your income. Think about it this way. There's a reason brain surgeons get paid more than supermarket cashiers. It's not about fairness or morality, it's purely about value. One provides a skill that's extremely rare and valuable. The other provides a service anyone can quickly learn. Which one are you right now? More importantly, which one do you want to become? Now let's get personal. My name is Walt, and like you, I've faced financial frustration, setbacks, and confusion. But discovering Jim Rohn's insights completely transformed my perspective. I finally understood why my income felt stuck, no matter how hard I worked. And once I applied Jim's principles, everything changed. But how exactly can you apply these powerful lessons to your own life and start shifting your financial reality today? You're about to find out, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's start by addressing a critical misconception that Jim Rohn would highlight if he were standing right here. Many people confuse hard work with valuable work. The truth is, working hard isn't enough. You need to work hard on the right things. Let me ask you directly, are you currently spending your time on activities that truly create wealth? Or are you stuck being busy with real results? Here's a game-changing idea Jim would urge you to embrace immediately. Shift your mindset from trading time for money to trading value for money. Time is limited. You've only got 24 hours each day, but value is unlimited. Think carefully. How can you deliver more value without necessarily investing more of your limited hours? For instance, consider this. An author spends months writing a single book, but once published, it can earn income for years, even decades. A business owner creates systems that keep running while they sleep, generating income continuously. That's leveraging value, and it's exactly how wealthy people think. Jim often said, "Profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living. Profits make you a fortune." If Jim were teaching you about money right now, he'd ask, are you settling for wages or are you actively creating opportunities for profits? Now let's dive deeper. You might be thinking, but Walt, how do I actually make this mindset shift in my own life? Here's the powerful strategy Jim would give you. Begin immediately by investing time in building skills that multiply your value. Skills like communication, persuasion, financial literacy, or strategic thinking. Each one is like planting seeds in fertile soil. The harvest is exponential. But there's another crucial principle Jim Rohn always emphasized. Consistency beats intensity every time. Most people dramatically underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's built one small decision at a time. Ask yourself honestly, are your daily decisions bringing you closer to wealth or keeping you stuck in mediocrity? Think about compound interest. It's powerful because it grows steadily over time. The same principle applies to personal development in wealth-building habits. Jim believed you don't become wealthy from a single action, but from consistent habits compounded over months and years. But here's the twist, and I bet you're not expecting this. Jim would also caution you against focusing solely on money. Wait, what? Isn't money the goal? Actually, Jim insisted money is simply a byproduct of becoming a better person. The true purpose of wealth, he would argue, is freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms, to help others, and to create lasting impact. Let me ask you something deeply personal. What's your ultimate reason for wanting wealth? Is it freedom, security, helping your family, or changing lives around you? Clarifying your purpose not only makes your journey meaningful, but actually accelerates your financial growth. Jim always said, when your why is strong enough, the how becomes easy. Now let's confront another powerful truth Jim Rohn would share with you today. Your income is directly linked to the quality of your network. You've probably heard Jim's famous line, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Pause for a moment. Who are your 5 people? Are they elevating you or dragging you down? If you're serious about wealth, it's time to intentionally upgrade your circle. Imagine spending time with successful entrepreneurs, mentors, or professionals who inspire you to level up. Their insights, energy, and standards naturally push you toward greater achievements. Upgrading your network isn't optional, it's essential. But you might wonder, how do I meet these successful people if I'm starting from scratch? Here's Jim's advice. Become a person of value yourself. Successful individuals naturally gravitate toward others who provide value. When you start improving yourself, reading great books, joining seminars, developing expertise, doors inevitably open. Successful people actively look for individuals committed to growth. Let me tell you something from my own experience. Once I began consciously improving my network, my income multiplied faster than I ever imagined. It's not magic. It's just the power of surrounding yourself with people who show you what's possible. And finally, here's one last vital lesson Jim Rohn would teach you about money today. Never stop learning. Wealthy people are lifelong learners. Every successful millionaire or billionaire dedicates time daily to self-education, from Warren Buffett to Oprah Winfrey. It's not coincidence, it's causation. Investing in your personal growth today pays dividends tomorrow. Now imagine for a second, what if you dedicated just 20 minutes each day to learning about wealth, finance, or personal growth. Within a year, that's over 120 hours of focused improvement. How could your life and finances transform in just 12 months? If Jim were here, he'd challenge you right now to commit to a single daily habit. One small step toward greater value. So what's your first step going to be? Will you read a chapter of a financial book each night, enroll in a course, or connect with a mentor? Your financial future starts today, and as Jim Rohn would remind you, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction immediately. The choice is yours, so what's it going to be?